gathering as community, eating great food, Peter, and, just having fun together, not doing churchy things so much, but being people together. So,
and I guess, if you're visiting here this morning, this is a little bit in-house. You are welcome to experience the journey as well. But what we've been doing this last month is reflecting what do we want to see in the future of church. Laneway Church has only been in existence 9 months old, right, before we had C3 Bathurst. But what a change, a clearly articulated vision around people being transformed and changed by the life of Jesus. But now we're looking at what's next in our building. And that's what this month has been about, hearing feedback through forums and surveys and just conversations. And so what we've done is we've listened to all of that, and now we're going to reflect back to you in the next 10 minutes what you have said and how this will guide our next building. So this is an exciting moment. And then later on this morning is an opportunity to participate in that financially, in prayer, and also just continuing to journey with us in that process. So that what God has been stirring among us is a desire for a permanent home in our city. This is a great space, but it's rented, and we want to establish something that's here. Like there are many churches in the city that have been established generations ago, and people receive the benefit of that way into the future. So 3 things have happened. Surveys. People have been contributing through a survey which told us about what you feel about how our building reflects our vision and how a building should facilitate a vision. It would be terrible if our building didn't. But then we reflected what that looked like in a forum, in a community forum, where we listened and worked through some things together. And it gave us real confidence that what was being said in the survey was coming across also in the building. And here's what we had, right? You can
so this is what kind of came out of all those things, like what's working well right now. And there's lots of things up there, but I'll give you a few direct quotes. Like this is what you said. You said that the open lighting of the foyer naturally connected to the kitchen. You like the cafe community meal, and you love the flexibility of the foyer. The fact that we do so much stuff in there. You also loved it as, I can't control that, as, just an easy place to access. Like it's easy to walk in there and not feel intimidated, which is great.
Yeah. So the current premises are working pretty well. And this is what people said what matters most for the future, a place of worship and presence. Like this morning, we walk in and we experience the presence of God in worship, and a designated space to do that is so important. But also a place for discipleship and teaching. Rooms, perhaps more space to do that. Definitely community and hospitality is high up there in what people see as important in our church. And outreach and mission, key. And flexibility in multi-use space, which most contemporary church buildings have, so that it's not just locked into a particular purpose, but we can move things around and host different events. So that's what you said back to us about what's important.
But, with any new thing, I don't know, you might be someone that loves change and gets excited, but not everyone's like that. And sometimes the idea of different things is nerve-wracking. And so, there are concerns, and they're legitimate, and we think about those and we consider them. And, one of them, maybe it is a little bit of memory of when we fitted out buildings, and it's, dealing with council. Like it just has to happen, and it's not always easy, no matter what you're doing.
We love it. God bless the council.
Yeah, because there's a reason. I'm not saying, let's get into that. There's a reason. I've worked in council, not this one, but there's a reason that things need to happen, and but it's not always an easy process in communicating those things. You also said that finding a suitable place that's centrally located with parking.
Yep.
That's one of those things that requires miracles, doesn't it?
It does. The car park miracle.
The car park miracle. Also, just the whole idea of location, and finance. Like that is a reality. and the enormity of the project, that I do stop and take a deep breath when I think about this. But, that's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. So let's start. There's 3 parts to this. That was part 1, the process. Part 2 is what it reveals about who we are. So if I can unpack that a little bit, it's around our culture. It's our DNA. Now we've set through a consulting process a very clear vision. A church where people are changed by the life of Jesus through biblical wisdom, Holy Spirit presence, vibrant community, and blessing beyond. That's it. That's our vision. That's what we're going to do. But how we do it and what it feels like in the middle of it is culture. It's the realm of what does it feel like? It's our DNA. And that's something that's not easily manufactured, but it's reflected back. And so these are 5 things about who we are and the way we go about achieving our vision, if that makes sense. So here we go. 5 things that make us a church with a strong identity. And starting with the rebrand, here's 5 cultures, if you like, of the we are's that help us do that. Here's number 1, right?
Okay, we are. So we are a church that feels like family. That's what people feel. How cool is that? That you said that it's non-threatening and it's welcoming and it's homely. That warms our heart. That's what I think that Jesus would be when he welcomes people as well. Also, things like you said that it was approachable for everyone, that it was fresh, colourful, creative. And so those are the things that our next building needs to also be able to do.
Yeah. Number 2, was a church that gathers for food and hospitality. We are an eating church.
I think you made that happen.
I did not make that up.
No, you made it happen.
Oh, I made it happen.
Because every time you talk about life groups, you talk about food.
And true of just everything you read in the Bible, there was eating, feasting. I don't know how they kept their waistline down back in the early church.
Do they?
They walked everywhere. That's what we got to do. So this, and we already have this, but we want it all the more. Someone just said commercial kitchen, community cafe, coffee, large open foyer. These things speak of hospitality, not just food hospitality, but a genuine welcome, welcoming the outsider, the stranger, the foreigner, as is very clear in the scriptures. So our next building needs to have decent space for this to happen.
Definitely.
Number 3, Rowe.
Number 3, we are a church that values formation. We really, really care about the Bible.
Right.
We really care that we are people that are changed by the life of Jesus. And so it matters to us. It matters that there's places, spaces for study and quiet places. It matters that it's an environment to grow deeper in God's word. That is so valuable to us. That people's lives are changed, are formed by God's word and his ways, not our own thoughts. And so our next building really needs to facilitate this.
That's right. Of course, Mr. Healy, you like this one? The church seeking God's presence. What a great job you did this morning leading us into worship. A church that values God's presence. I tell you, this is what the church should be. Not just a place for information. It's good information, but we want to be transformed by the presence of Jesus. And that's what happens here. It's a church seeking God's presence. And again, some quotes here, space at the front for prayer, areas for worship and prophecy, a sense of holiness, a sense that this is a place, even though it's just a building, where people can encounter God together, not just separately. So our next building has to have a space for the presence of God, for him to work in healing and moving through us, body, soul, and spirit. And number 5, Ro.
We are a church that blesses the city. How good is that?
Yeah.
That people see that, they know that. But, we want to be more visible. We want better signage, even more, to be identifiable as a church. Like that is actually important to people. That we're not just another building. we're not just another organisation that helps, but actually we're a church. That our community cafe, community garden, things that might be able to reach out into a different space, meeting needs within our community, keeping that happening, building vision.
And last one of these 5 is, that's it. It is that, number 5. So there is the key parts of what you said to us about the culture, about the feel of who we are as Laneway Church. So here we go. This is number 3. So number 1 was what we've done this month. Number 2 was the culture, like how we feel as a church and some of the key priorities for us. And now here's 3 themes that are going to shape our future church home. Almost as a drum roll. John, what are you doing over there? Here we go. Here's the drum roll. Yeah. Theme 1 is location. Yes. Almost unanimously. Central CBD. Walk-in friendly, street level accessible. Right? We have people coming from all over the region. From Blaney and Meadow Flat, Lithgow, and different places. So we do not want to be on one side of the town or the other. When we're right in the middle, people can walk here and street level, straight in, no fuss. That was very, very clear. So a future building, even though it might cost a little more, even though it might restrict some aspects, we'll be able to be here right in the middle of the CBD. That's exciting. So therefore, we believe a home in the heart of Bathurst is the key for us. Visible, accessible position to welcome our city. Number 2, Rowe.
Atmosphere. That's what we feel when we're here. Like, it's good actually to feel things.
Yeah.
It's good not just to use our heads all the time. We're very good at that. But it's actually good to feel things as well. And so that's that feeling of non-threatening, welcoming, homely. They're things that's what we want that to happen in this, whatever building it is. Things like natural light, creative expression, reverence and peace. Not just noise, but reverence and peace as well. Some of the highlights from your quotes: warm, homely, and non-threatening, light-filled, creative, and colourful. Like, they're the things that you imagine, that you see, that brings about that atmosphere. Yeah.
It's a very creative church in that sense. So therefore, a home that feels like family, to summarise. So a home in the middle of the CBD, a home that feels like family. And the last one was around facilities. So what kinds of places and spaces do we need in our church moving forward? So some of the things were kitchen, cafe, open foyer, ministry rooms, kids, youth, quiet space, gardens, outdoor spaces. Wow, that's quite a list. Thank you very much. But we've got a dream, haven't we? You got to start somewhere and let this to kind of filter down. Even just quiet spaces for kids, flexible spaces, rooms, outdoor spaces, kitchen, foyer. So therefore, it's a home that helps people grow. Space where people can truly come in and help people grow into worship, into community, into discipleship in everyday life. So these things are incredibly fun. So, Ro, what comes next?
What comes next?
I'm glad you asked.
You asked me.
I did too.
So one of the things that we have been leading up to this month, we've been talking about participating, which has happened, praying, and then for this morning, that concept of pledging. I guess it's that sense of becoming part of this journey as well. I think we can all agree that that's, will take an incredible miracle for God to do it next year, whatever. It's about that sowing in, just bit by bit, saving to be ready for God to do the miraculous. We don't doubt that He can do the miraculous, but we want to be ready to be a part of that, because there is a part that we all play. It's not just, God just doesn't wave a wand and make things happen. He engages us in His plans. And we have an incredible board that stewards this money, that looks after it, that manages it, and makes sure that the things that are set aside for building are for that.
Yeah. obviously exciting. And just lastly, just a few comments just to finish off. We are going to continue over the next few years to pray, and I really invite you genuinely to pray. Not just when you walk around the CBD, because you'll be looking, people ring me, hey, I've just seen this building, and I love that. I love that. Continue to pray for the favor of God and the finances of God that we discern together. And it's going to take years. You know, we believe we've got sort of half a deposit for this. We just need another half. And that will help us to really cement this. We've been doing this for a while. You're sitting on seats that were donated through LifeBuild. And we're very thankful for this space and the people who've given to this space. But it's that next step of the next generation and the generations to come that we're thinking through. And maybe it's beyond even our lifetime. But hey, let's be intergenerational in thinking. So we're going to worship, and then I'm going to come back and just share a shorter message on this.
Because we care about our kids too.
Because we care about our kids too. Thanks, guys. Thanks, worship team.